Hey everyone, Axiom 666 here, everyone's favorite hillbilly in Japan. Come on in, kick your feet up, throw back some of that Kool-Aid. Got some more of that Back for Blood content for you today. But first and foremost, I am a Twitch streamer. I stream 4 days a week. The link is on the screen. Make sure to swing by and check us out sometime. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, what kind of Back for Blood content I got for you today? Well, we're going to continue the Battle Dock series today with the shotgun variant. We've already covered the bomber variant and the sniper variant. So, next evolution is obviously the sniper variant. So let's go ahead and jump over and check out the deck. Hey everyone, here is the Battle Dock shotgun variant. If you're not going to stick around for the breakdown, there's the deck. Go ahead and grab it and copy, paste it, throw it in your game. Check it out. All I ask, as usual, swing back by, give me some feedback. You can drop it in YouTube vid, on stream, in my Discord. Just let me know what you think of it. Any ideas, improvements you could see to it. All input is good input. For those sticking around, I'm going to go ahead and break down the deck and explain how we're using the cards we do. Now, not to waste any time, since this is a continuation of the Battle Dock series, we're not going to go too in-depth on the first 6 cards. If you want more in-depth explanation of why I use the first 6 cards, jump back to the Battle Dock Sniper variant, which kicked off this series, where I broke down every card, including the first 6. Get a bit of understanding of why I choose that for my Battle Dock framework. So for now, we're just going to toss all 6 of them on the screen. And we got Share the Wealth, Needs the Mini, Medical Professional, Magician's Apprentice, EMT Bag, Antibiotic Ointment. It's the first 6 cards in all my Battle Dock framework. Doesn't change. So, let's go ahead and break down the shotgun variant portion of the deck. First card, Mag Coupler. Obviously, it's pretty clear by this card, this is a no ADS shotgun deck. Plus 50% reload speed, disables aim down sight. You will notice in the footage, in the background, I'm using an AA-12. I would more than likely in this deck keep my eye out for either a really good AA-12, or if you get really lucky, to deck out a Super 90. What I mean by deck out, I mean maybe a Super 90 with Spray and Pray, Less is More, and Steady Hand or Go-Getter would suffice, or potentially do more damage. So to take full advantage of a Super 90 in this deck, you probably would need to find at least one more reload card to really maximize it. So for now, I recommend the AA-12, which is obviously a really good shotty. High DPS, shoots fast. Which rolls into how important our next card is. Ammo Belt. Another reload card. Plus 15% reload speed, which brings us up to 65%. But the big one here is the plus 50% to ammo capacity. Obviously, you're going to end up using an AA-12. You're going to want that ammo. Kind of goes without saying. And even if you do end up using a decked out Super 90, ammo again is important because the Super 90 does use a lot of ammo. Hence, Ammo Belt. Alright, moving on to the next card. Quick Kill. No ADS. It's kind of a staple here. Plus 50% accuracy, disables aim down sights. 50% accuracy is really nice. We don't need an abundance of accuracy in this deck. I mean, it's a shotgun variant. Obviously, it's not full-blown shotgun deck, so you have to sacrifice in some places. Plus 50% accuracy, as I found in past decks, especially something like the Tomb Maker, which is the Super 90 deck, does just fine. So Quick Kill is the only accuracy card we got in here, which you'll see in the footage. It's fine, especially because you're using a Super 90 or a AA-12 in this example. You'll notice those 2 shotguns have naturally smaller spread than the other shotties, so the plus 50% from Quick Kill makes a pretty good difference. Obviously, it doesn't give it that sniper crosshair of, say, sniper shoddy deck, but it's tight enough to where you can get all the pellets into a special, drop it that much faster, and it can still handle a horde in a pinch. So, Quick Kill. Alright, moving on, we're going to roll into the damage cards now. We do have 6 of them. A little lighter on the damage cards than you normally would be, but hey, gotta sacrifice somewhere. It is a variant deck. So, first one is Glass Cannon. Regular gun DPS deck, even if it's a hybrid, you need Glass Cannon. It's the strongest DPS card you can put on there. 25% damage, minus 30% health. That 25% damage is multiplicative, not additive. It makes it that much stronger. Yeah, you gotta get used to that minus 30% health. It's like I've said in the past, it's like a band-aid. Rip it off, get used to it. I mean, you'll either go through the whole act with that minus 30%, or you'll start to counter it, finding the team health, or finding the health cards from the free card shrines, or buying team health, or neither, and just because you get used to it. You will get used to it if you keep using glass cannon. You will adjust. It's not the big a deal. It's really not. Alright, moving on. Hyper Focus, the big daddy of the weak spot damage cards. Plus 50% weak spot damage. This is the only weak spot damage card in this deck. So if we're going to go with one weak spot damage card, might as well go for the big one. You do get the minus 40% move speed while shooting or melee attacking. Some people avoid this card for that negative. As I said in the past, it's not a big deal. It's really not. I mean, that negative turns off as soon as you stop firing. I mean, it's instantaneous. It's not like it lingers. As soon as you stop firing, you get all your movement speed back, and it only affects you while you're shooting anyways. It's not a big deal, but if it really, really does bother you, and you want alternatives, you could do, I don't know, Killer Instinct. I mean, it's not as big as Hyper Focus. It's only 30% instead of 50, but I mean, if you really are worried about your movement speed while shooting, that is an alternative you could throw in there. In my opinion, keep hyper focused. You'll be fine. Alright, next. Shotgun staple. Shredder. Making a shotgun deck, you gotta have Shredder. There's not many weapons in the game that can take advantage of it. Shotguns, M249, SMGs. So, I mean, if you're making a shotgun, you gotta have Shredder. I mean, that's a potential 15% increased damage to a target for everyone involved, because it affects your teammates and your damage. Just makes it that good of a card to have in a shotgun deck, and it's also technically a team support card. So like I said, affects everyone. Good card. Moving on, Confident Killer. So here, so I was a little torn. I was torn between either Confident Killer or large caliber rounds. Obviously, you get more damage potential out of Confident Killer, because when it's fully stacked at 15%, I mean, that adds on to Glass Cannon. And I mean, obviously it's got that wind up, but once it's wound up to 15 stacks, 15% increase, or 15% damage, that goes hand in hand with Glass Cannon. Multiplicative as well, which is obviously more damage than large caliber rounds. Not having large caliber rounds takes a lot of bullet pin out of your pocket. I had to weigh it. I went with Confident Killer just because in this case we have a limited amount of cards, 6 damage cards, so I wanted to get as much bang for my buck. So I figured Confident Killer was the best, especially if you're playing on Nightmare or No Hope. We were getting hit with a lot of specials anyways. Getting 15 special kills does not take long. You won't even be halfway through the mission before you have 15 special kills. So I went with Confident Killer. If you do find large cover rounds, I do highly recommend buying it. Of course, that goes with any damage cards you find. Find them, buy them. It will actually turn you into a true shotgun deck. Alright, moving on. Silver Bullets. This is a pretty good standard shotgun card as well, in my opinion. 10% bullet damage, which is nice. But it's that 15% effective bullet range is really good, because shotguns all have fall off on their range, because I mean, it's a shotgun. It's naturally, it's not a sniper rifle. So Silver Bullets is always really good. Plus 15% is not much, but it does make a difference. So at least you can reach out and touch things a little further out. Just a basic standard shotgun card, in my opinion. DPS even. Alright, moving on to the final card is Shell Carrier. This one kind of goes hand in hand with Ammo Belt that we were talking about earlier, especially in the video we're using AA12, and I've already recommended kind of Super 90 or AA12. You will need the ammo. Shell Carrier helps with that. That's another 30% shotgun ammo capacity. On top of that, you still get 10% damage with shotguns. Shell Carrier is an incredible card. Gives you a nice chunk of ammo, and it's a really good 10% damage card for shotguns. Very, very good card. Recommend it for a lot of shotgun decks. Should be in all your shotgun decks, really. Just it's really nice. So that is the deck, the Battle Dock shotgun variant. This was my take on it. Could you do things a little differently? Sure. And if anybody out there does see a better setup or something you could do differently, obviously Put me a comment. Let me know what your recommendation is. I mean, I'll always, if it's, I feel like it'll make a big change, I'll go through, test it, and if it does make it better, I'll adjust the video as need be. But for now, this is what I came up with. It worked really well. Took it through no hope. Had no problems with it. Actually, it's funny. I wasn't going to make this a no ADS deck. The video in the back, it's actually a little different. That deck actually has Patient Hunter in it and is set up to, and actually has scattergun skills and I believe Hunker Down in it. So that footage is actually not a no ADS. I actually forced myself to use no ADS. Now later in the act, I found Quick Kill. So it worked out. Ended up forcing it to be a no ADS deck. And I do believe the footage I'm using there is after I found Quick Kill. So I'm actually a damage card short there because I had Patient Hunter. And it still slapped. I'm sure I found some other damage cards along the way. I'm not sure which ones. It's been kind of a while since I made this footage. But it just goes to show that even with having Patient Hunter, which took away, it still worked really well. I just thought that was kind of funny. But that does end the Battle Dock Framework series. So we've obviously covered the Sniper, the Bomber, and the Shotgun variant. And as I said in the first video, we don't really need to cover the Melee variant because that video's existed for a while without me knowing, and that's the Dolly, which I'll throw a link on the screen if you guys want to check out the Dolly deck yet again. But I will try to get you guys some more content out there. Got a few things percolating. Got maybe a new series I'll be working on. We will see. But until next time, happy gaming, keep drinking that Kool-Aid, and peace.